Say hello to the bad guy, Scott Hall, and I've got a scoop for you. And we all know there's a lot of podcasts out there, and I encourage you to check out this one. It's called Going In Raw. You heard it here first. Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back, Going In Raw News Brief. It's Monday, man, so there's all sorts of really small news stories coming out. We're on the road to WrestleMania. Before we get started with our news brief, though, of course, WrestleMania is next Saturday and Sunday, and we will be doing a watch-along, as we always do.
That's right.
This whole Rona thing isn't going to stop us from doing what we love to do. I'll be holding it down from the office. Larson, you will be exactly where you are right now. Hold on a second. Not true.
In the Highlands of Scotland, that's right.
You're not going to be at Loch Lomond.
I'm not.
Shout out, by the way, so we're going to talk about the Gameskeeper debut in just a moment here, but shout out to Toby Michaels, the friendo, for letting us know exactly what location in the Highlands that this particular scene was filmed at. We'll talk about that in a second, but Larson, first, let's try to get this one up to 600 likes on the YouTube.
Sounds good. Sounds great.
YouTube. Want to give a shout out to a couple patrons before we get started here also. And we've got, let's see here, Ian Tanner, the friendo, you know this name, Chris Wisnia. Dr. Aaron and Rob Steiner, thanks so much for the support.
Thank you all.
You guys get access to all that great bonus content. But Larson, what's in the news?
What's in the news? A lot of little things. First and foremost, maybe, we were all wondering, with WrestleMania split across 2 days instead of one, how unwieldy will these individual shows be? Well, if WWENetworkNews.com is to be believed, very manageable. They have unveiled the length of both days of WrestleMania 36, and according to them, quote, the WWE Network is currently listing both nights of WrestleMania as having a 1 hour kickoff. Those are both start at 6 p.m. Eastern, of course, at 3 p.m. Pacific, and run for an hour. WrestleMania 36 Part 1 itself, listed from 7 p.m. to 10:15 p.m. Eastern Time. And then day 2 is listed from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So about 3 hours each. Of course, they can go over a little bit, go under a little bit. That's good, manageable lengths.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing, though. I mean, I don't know how much of this has been edited. I'm sure they're still tinkering with it. Maybe.
Oh, undoubtedly.
But I would think that it being so much of this being pre-filmed, all of it, being pre-filmed, you'd think that they would have a tight grasp on what the run times would be, which could explain why there's like a distinct 15-minute difference from one to the next. These might actually be like literal run times, but yeah, I mean, it's the network. They could do what they want. They can go over, they can go under, they could do what they want.
It could be a situation too where they're blocking out these windows for pay-per-view.
Sure. Oh yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
And then not exactly for the TRT for the network itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's 14 matches so far announced. This is according to Wikipedia. However, Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley doesn't look like it's happening. At least it's scheduled.
Yeah.
And then there's been some other changes to other matches, but I think by and large they're all happening still. So I guess somewhere in the vicinity of 13 to 15 matches we'll be seeing on WrestleMania, of course, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
So which means, usually a takeover is 5 matches, sometimes 6, and very rarely they exceed 3 hours. So we're going to get about 7 matches a night. So probably get 1 or 2 of decent length. Everything else short.
Yeah, pretty short, pretty quick match. It's going to be like an episode of NWA Power.
Yeah, seems like it.
So to try to hype up WrestleMania, of course, BT Sport got in on the action by debuting this weekend a Rocky IV-esque training montage up in the Scottish Highlands, like I said, in the Loch Lomond area, thanks to Toby Michaels. And it featured the debut, Larson, of the Gameskeeper. Now,
Gameskeeper.
It was reported around a month ago or so. Casting call went out for a mentor, a father-like figure for Drew McIntyre to guide his journey in defeating the Brock Ness monster.
Oh, listen to that pun.
And man, it did not disappoint. Larson, when this was announced, I immediately jumped all in on the Gameskeeper. You did not. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I mean, it was well done. It was well shot. It was
Yeah.
well put together. They managed to make it not terribly cheesy.
Well, no, here's the thing. This was equal part. Drew is wearing his merch shirt and his wrestling gear.
Here's the thing. It's understated cheese. Now, and so that's fine. My worry is this is going to be a character that's going to show up on WWE TV, and in the hands of whoever usually does this type of stuff for WWE on their television, it would be ham-fisted, clumsy, and not terribly effective. This was well done, probably because it was done out of house. It was shot really well.
Yeah.
Performances, really good.
Yeah.
It was cheesy at points, but it was understated cheese. Cheese wasn't the focus of it. Yeah, I know he was wearing his wrestling gear. He's wearing his shirt, but it wasn't. They didn't make it the focus of the thing. The focus of the thing was him doing stuff to train. Really, the point is, it was really well shot, really well produced, and that overcome whatever cheesy aspects of it that might have detracted from my enjoyment of it.
Yeah, no, it was. You can totally say it was totally cheesy, but it was also. I have never seen cheese and epicness blended so well. This was a really well done, very cheesy segment, and I thought that the Gameskeeper. I don't think they're going to bring this guy back. I mean, I think
this is a one-time deal.
This was a one-time deal. I don't think they're going to fly him out to Raw for cheesy backstage segments. And understandably, I think that's where you were coming from.
Yes.
If they bring in this, groundskeeper Willie type character to do cheesy backstage segments with Drew, that would be terrible. And
that was my worry, yeah.
And within total reason, because that's definitely something that WWE has been prone to do. I just figured, I think the casting call was in Scotland, and so it made sense that they were going to go out and film some cool stuff, and that's exactly what we got. I thought this was great. I thought the actor, he did voiceover narration for it, and he has like a really awesome voice, and it was like perfect for it. But it was Drew in his wrestling. Look, they could have tried to make this like actual drama as opposed to WWE cheesy drama. And they went that route, and I thought it was great. It was absolutely filmed perfectly. But it featured him playing tug of war with like 8 dudes and Drew winning.
I mean, that's believable. Look at it.
The crux of it was him trying to lift a boulder.
Yeah. And look at that squat form right there.
It's great. He looks amazing. And then there was one part where he was like running around with 2 kegs on his shoulders.
Great.
And then he was swimming in what looks to be the coldest water, not in the
Arctic or Antarctic. Yeah,
exactly. And so, and there's this great, really dramatic shot of him like standing up into frame at the end. Yeah. And the Gameskeeper says something like, "No, he's ready to slay the beast."
And then he does his pose and screams Lesnar.
I thought this was great, and as a one-time deal,
totally fine.
Totally great. I thought it was fantastic. I wouldn't mind if they go back and hype another big match if we see more of the Gameskeeper firmly in that setting.
Yeah, it has to be in that particular oeuvre. Anything involving Gameskeeper anywhere close to WWE Arena, not into it.
Not into it at all. No way. But they got it right this time. So you got to give them some credit. They know
well enough to leave it alone. You got it right. And don't double dip thinking it could go off just as well the second time, because it might not.
I mean, look, there's a lot of things that's a big shame about this Rona situation that are much more important than this. But man, like this not being in its proper set, I'll be honest with you, I kind of wish that they had pre-filmed this match up in the Highlands, filmed like this.
That'd be cool.
That would have been great.
Yeah, but the tug of war, you got Brock on one side, Drew on the other.
And the title's in the middle.
It's not even a match. They'd have to see, all right, lift up that boulder. How far can you carry it?
Yeah. Just have it. Just
you
a
carry
tug
2
of war.
barrels? How about Brock tries 4,
Just a 20-minute tug of war. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, man.
We sort of saw that at Mania, the Go Home Raw, like years ago.
Yeah, for Mania.
That wasn't as cool.
33?
That wasn't
34.
as cool.
Or was that 31? That was 31.
That was 31. Yeah.
Wow, that was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. 5 years ago today.
Yep.
We were there. It was great.
It was a fun day.
What else is going on in the news, man?
Speaking of
Mania
fun, this
stuff.
match sounds like fun. AJ Styles was on the mixer. He likes to do the mixer stream.
Yeah, man.
Streams. And he talked about what we can expect from this Boneyard match between himself and The Undertaker. Plenty of speculation about what this match is going to be. Uncle Alan was able to clarify a bit for us. Transcripts of this particular Mixer stream and these quotes courtesy of Wrestling Inc. Quote from AJ himself. There's a reason why I think it's called the Boneyard match, because we don't want to say cemetery or graveyard. You know, everything that's going on, it sucks. Boneyard is slang for graveyard. It really is. And so he went on some more. Essentially, I guess there was a co-host on this particular stream. Wasn't one of the Good Brothers, apparently. And this particular co-host asked if it was essentially a street fight in a cemetery, to which AJ responded, bingo.
Bingo.
There will be a referee for the match, but not entirely sure. It's not taking place at Performance Center. AJ continues, I think it's a combination of things you really thought it was. Most likely it's going to be that. It's different. It's going to be different.
He also talked about how important fans are, having a crowd around. He says, I don't want to give anything away. I want you guys to enjoy this, and because of these circumstances, I'm so glad that my opponent is The Undertaker, because an opportunity to have a different match, because I don't want to have it in an empty arena. He punctuated his chat about matches in front of live audiences by saying this: being in a ring where you can hear yourself breathing, that sucks. It's not fun. So I hope we get back to normal soon. I really do, because we need you guys. We need you. And he then confirmed again that his match with Undertaker, which was taped earlier this week, is going to be in a graveyard setting. He said, let me just say this about The Undertaker and AJ Styles. I feel like AJ Styles has got this guy right where he wants him. I like that he's now doing commentary on this story featuring him.
On a Mixer stream.
Yeah. He says AJ Styles, has baited him, The Undertaker, into a match that he can't win. And I'm talking about The Undertaker can't win. And we're talking about a Boneyard match, which is in a graveyard, which is wide open. Anything can happen. Think about that. AJ Styles is the bad guy. He doesn't play fair. There's that. A pretty smart play by AJ Styles, if I do say so myself. He's AJ Styles.
Yeah.
So let me make myself clear on the Boneyard match. A Boneyard match means anything can happen. It's in a graveyard. There'll be a grave. Does that kind of put in perspective? There will be a hole. He said there will be a hole at the end. It's just a buried alive match in a cemetery.
This is exactly what we said it was going to be.
It's exactly what we thought it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good. Good on AJ and his Mixer stream.
Yeah.
For doing that.
That Mixer seems to be a happening place.
Everybody loves Mixer.
Everybody loves Mixer, apparently. Never done the Mixer.
Never done the Mixer either.
Never done the Mixer. So our final story is about Triple H. He was on SportsCenter following the airing of WrestleMania 32 this weekend. Mm-hmm. And he provided kind of the first official comments from WWE regarding Roman Reigns pulling out of WrestleMania. Here's what the game had to say about the big dog. Transcripts from this particular appearance, courtesy Cage Side Seats, quote, all of our talent are in this in a voluntary capacity. So right at the get-go, if they don't want to be a part of this, if they feel there's a risk for whatever reason, be it themselves or somebody around them, they don't have to be here, and their will, nothing is held against them for that. Same with our crew and everybody else, but we don't want to take chances on that. And with Roman having a pre-existing condition that would make him more susceptible to something, it's understandable.
Yeah. He was trying to sort of skirt around the sort of spoiling, because there is the go home episode of SmackDown where you think they're actually going to enact this story wise. Yeah. And so it seemed like he didn't really want to spoil the story aspect of it, but everybody knows about it. It's a thing. So, and it's like, it was what, ESPN, right? That he was on. Yeah.
SportsCenter.
So that's a very official thing, and that's where you want to get your message across.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool. They finally actually said something.
Yes.
Anyways, are we going to do our Raw preview?
We can do it real brief, and then we can actually book how we think the show is going to happen on Friendo Club TV coming up today. Yeah, this is fun, man. Coming up later on in the day for $5. No, actually for all patrons and YouTube channel members, Friendo Club TV. We're going to book Raw based off of the Raw preview. So, for example, here we go real quick. I'll go first, you go second. Becky Lynch prepares to close out against Shayna Baszler. Find out how I would book that later on today for patrons and YouTube channel members. Next, WWE Champion Brock Lesnar makes final pre-WrestleMania appearance again. Find out how I would book that Friend of Club TV.
The Undertaker rises before Boneyard battle with AJ Styles. Find out how many euphemisms for erections I can put into my preview of this preview.
There you go. Edge returns following Orton's last man standing acceptance. Again. Yeah, Friendo Club TV. Check it out.
Good stuff. And I forget if I mentioned this or not, but right now at Friendo Merch and FriendoMarket.com, FriendoMerch.com and FriendoMarket.com, all week, promo code Mania, you get a 20% discount. Yeah, you get this Friendo Club shirt sticker pack right here.
Look at that thing.
We got the 10 for the win vintage classic shirts.
Look at that one.
All week. 20% discount.
Off. Mania. It says in the bottom of the screen. We'll say it again. Mania.
The economy might have stopped, but Friendo Market and Friendo Merch have not.
No.
Anyways, yeah. Oh, boy. We're living in weird times, man. Anyways, thanks, everybody, for tuning in for today's news brief. We appreciate it. Of course, tomorrow we'll be back with our Raw recap. Unless we do it. Hey, you want to do it tonight? I could do it tonight.
I probably won't be able to do it tonight.
All right. Well, think about it. If you change your mind, maybe we'll do it tonight. If not, we'll do it tomorrow. Those are live on the Twitch, twitch.tv/Stephen Larson. Follow us there. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.